Hi guys, so I hope the last class was not too difficult. It shouldn't be too difficult, but yeah, I think we were stuck somewhere. There was a doubt, but that's what it is, right? So we had to debug the code in live class, and I was successfully able to do that. So soon after following this course, you will be also able to debug everything. But yeah, try to see class one, try to get a 150 feet overview of how things are from a very high level. But yeah, now we'll be starting with the proper class one. So today we'll be discussing about the introduction lecture to LLMs, and essentially, I've been studying AI for across 3 years, but this space specifically for LLMs is my personal favorite as well. So, hope you guys would like this lecture. So, today we'll be talking about LLMs, what LLMs are, and like why there is so much buzz about LLM these days. So, let's just start with very basic. So, what are LLMs? So, we'll start with the full form. LLMs are large language models. I think you would have heard about that. So the essential idea is that due to the rise of internet, we had enormous amount of data which is mostly text. So you would find out that the internet has so much text, right? So internet has so much text. So what if I train a model on the entire internet? And the thing is, if I'm training the model on the entire internet, does it have the capability to understand the world? So let's just try to draw something as well. Let's just go to insert and let's just go to shapes and let's just draw this shape for a moment. Let's just make it simple only, like a simple black only. Yeah, this color is okay. And text on internet. Now we have so much text on internet, so what we are essentially doing is now we are training a model. Okay, now what does training a model means? Essentially training a model means doing some sort of analysis so that we can come up with some sort of mathematical function, and right now visualizing that mathematical function is not possible. Right now you just need to understand that, hey, I have a lot of data, I am just training a model which is capable in understanding the text. So this is very important. My model is able to understand. So consider model as a child. Okay, the thing is model is actually a child only. So consider model as a child, and what you are doing it is telling it to say go through the entire textual data on the internet. So obviously it will try to understand how the world functions, how things are, and how the systems basically work. So that's essentially what we are targeting today. Is that, hey, we have a lot of text on internet, I'm able to train a model which understands a lot of that text, and is that text sufficient to make me understand things? So what usually happens is right now, whatever models you have or whatever designs you are able to see are basically the main work or the main aim is next word prediction. So in very simple language, what essentially is happening is that next word is being predicted. So if you would see, when chat gpt gives you outcome, it gives you like in pieces, right? By pieces I mean text by text, word by word, word by word. So that is the task at which these models are trained at. That's essentially next word prediction. So if someone, I'm not sure whether I'll be able to write or not, but let's just maybe try something. So basically the last layer, what it is doing is that we have probability of xi, that what would be my next word given all previous word. So it is something like this. So this is something like conditional probability, that what is the probability that this word will occur given so much context. So this is basically context. So what is context is, as I'm saying, I am Aditya, I go to Delhi University. if I write this sentence, I am Aditya and I go to Delhi University, if you would just hear the thing that I go to Delhi University, you will not know that I am Aditya. So that is the thing, based on the thing that I am Aditya and I go to Delhi University, this makes much more sense, right? So given the context, the model predicts the next word, that's it. There's nothing more that's happening, but essentially the idea is that some of you might be coming from various fields and might not truly understand this maths and all, but you don't need to, it's fine. If there is anything, if there is a mathematical layer involved in anything, I'll cover that as well. So right now it's simple, it's crystal clear that okay, there was some text on internet, we are training a model which is going to understand, and what it is going to essentially do is generate next word prediction. So let's just go to what I had. So now the thing is, what is generative AI? So there are a lot of definitions, and I really don't want to spend 20-30 minutes in just making you explain generative AI. It's simple. It's the art of generative AI is generation of text, images, audio, or video. So basically, AI is being used to generate content, right? So how do I explain you? In simple terms, let's say a teacher tells you to write an article on India. So you're going to go to chat gpt and say that can you write me article on India. So essentially it's going to write an article on India, which is nothing but it's just generating text. So AI systems which are capable of generating anything, text. So chat gpt generates text, Gemini generate text, images, right? DALI generates images, and there are image gen models of Google as well, those generate images. Even Gemini has image generation capabilities. Sora, that is yet to be released for public, also has video generation capabilities. So AI is being used to generate content, that's simply generative AI. And yeah, I think you would have used chat gpt and all. uh, so I'm not showing you a demo. Let me see if I can show you a live demo for Sora. Sorry, not Sora, DALI. I wish I would have got the access of Sora, so I would have shown you. But yeah, I think Sora is used in the case of video generation, and right now it's mostly with the folks of Hollywood. So what they are essentially doing is we have Hollywood films would, they might use AI generated content, right? So you don't need to actually shoot a scene. Essentially what you would be doing is simply just asking AI to generate a video, and maybe you can then edit that video with the help of editor. So that's also essentially a task. So let's say if I'm asking it to generate India, if I just say India, right? So it's gonna generate an image. So like my AI was able to generate image, so it's generative AI, right? So I'm using DALI. So DALI is essentially the image generation model from OpenAI. It's based on diffusion concept. You don't need to know diffusion concept, it's fine. So see, it was able to generate India, right? I think it has generated a lot of stuff. So it has generated mountains, not sure which monument is this. I think this is Qutub Minar. There is peacock is there. So yeah, tiger is also there. So we are able to get a glimpse of what basically generative AI and these tools are. See guys, at the end essentially these are tools only. Okay, you don't need to worry about a lot of maths behind it, and I'm going to tell you why you don't need to worry about it. Don't worry about that as well. So we are good till here as well. The next thing is why now. That's the very important thing. So guys, see, you need to understand how a sink was created. Let me just design a sink for you. I think designing that sink would be very important. That's basically why a sink was created. So there were three things. One was transformers. The other thing is large data, and the other thing is GPU. So when these three things, transformers, large data, and GPU got combined, some magic happened. And a lot of people, specifically in the field of interpretability, are trying to go through it that, hey, what magic is being happening? So what is transformers? So transformers is essentially the architecture which all LLMs have. Okay, this is the base architecture all LLM have. So now the thing is, what is transformers? So let's just spend some time. Obviously we won't go into uh, a lot of depth over here, so let's just type attention is all you need. Now what is this attention is all you need? So attention is all you need is the research paper of transformers, and on this concept is yeah, attention is all you need is the research paper, and on the basis of this concept only the entire LLMs are being trained. And you can even see the first name in the research paper is of an Indian, okay? So even the third name is of Indian, so you're able to see that how we are able to, how even Indians are contributing, and because of this only the magic happens. So now if you want to go through the research paper, you can go through it, but I don't think you would understand much, but that's okay. So now this is the architecture of transformers. So we'll see if and when we require, do we need to go into that depth, we'll see, but for the time being this is good enough. Now large data, I think you have spoken a large lot about large data, right? Once the penetration of internet is there, data is getting generated at a large space. Then GPUs. So I think a lot of you might be from coming from gaming background. So essentially Nvidia started out with rolling out GPUs or perhaps graphic cards for gaming. They never knew that AI is even going to be a thing, and then we essentially got to know that all we are doing is some mathematical operations of matrix multiplication, matrix addition and stuff. So why not try it on GPU? And GPU, the computational power of GPU is far more superior than CPU. So when these three things came aligned, every company is trying to, not every company, but the companies which have the compute, which have the talent, are able to design great LLMs. So what's next in our basic summary? What is at stake? Now the thing is, what is at stake, guys? You need to understand that why even I am creating this course. The thing is that I wanted to share that the stake is very high. I guess this is the right time for every one of you to understand that what we are building is going to be super serious. This technology is not same as any previous technology you have seen, since there are two aspects to it. One, it's going to target white collar jobs first. So the theme was that we might have robots do a lot of stuff, but that's not happening. Just look at around you, you won't see robots doing stuff, but you would see a lot of people using chat gpt. ChatGPT in the history of mankind is the fastest app to reach 100 million users. So the pace at which AI is being adopted is fast, and essentially that's gonna replace a lot of white collar jobs. Now I don't need someone at customer care, right? Maybe I can build out a chatbot. Now I don't need specifically a content writer, a image generator, right? Maybe I have my own image generators like DALI. So you're able to see that the entire industry is in the brink of a great transformation. So you need to be a part of this. You need to enhance your skills, you need to leverage AI and business understanding, and then only you would be able to survive, because this wave is going to be very serious. The systems are going to be on increasing, and the thing is that let me spend some time as well on telling you a few things. I think let's just spend some time, those are very important things. Is why is this such a big thing? Okay, why is this such a big thing? Let me just duplicate the slide, and let me just remove this, let me just remove this, let me just remove this, let me just remove this. Let's just focus on one thing, that is scaling laws. That's it. This is the thing that few people don't understand. Few people, especially people from non-tech background, ignore what are scaling laws and how models are going to scale. Now what is scaling law? So it's simple, okay? You don't need to go into the technicalities. With time, with scale, things improve, right? That's simple, right? Once you have more money, you say tend to live a better quality of life. So that's how simply scaling laws are. That number one, more compute plus more data is equal to better model. That's it. So that's why you have the entire, I think Nvidia is probably the highest valued company in the world right now. The stats can change. So the thing is that you would be in a zone where compute is the new oil. and on top of that you're adding a layer of data with excellent architectures, your models are getting increased. So what most companies are doing is, in the next iteration they're increasing the compute and increasing the data. It's not that the research is happening. See, I'll tell you guys, research doesn't happen in 6 to 8 months, right? Research takes at least 2 to 4 years, even in AI space, okay? But the magic is, the more compute, more data, better model, and really no one knows why is this happening. It's obviously the power is of compute and better quality, more data, and maybe this is also very important, quality data. So guys, quality data is also very important. We need to have data which is of high quality, right? If you are in your organization, someone tells you that, hey, this is the data I have, can you do something of it? Ask him that, is it quality data? Now you'll ask me, what is quality data? Quality data doesn't mean clean data, but it should be authentic. It should really represent the situation. If your data doesn't represent the situation, you can hire the best engineer, you can build the best model, nothing is going to happen. So essentially that is the key. And it is believed that scaling laws will continue. You will have models which are more better, and because the companies are going to increase on compute, right? That's how companies are releasing a new model every 6 months. So that's another story. Now the next story is, does it work? Yes, it does work. So right now I think, if I'm going to tell you in simple terms, we are, if I'm going to divide things on 5 levels, let me show you also. I'm not sure whether I'll be able to show you right now also, but let me just see various levels of AI. Google research paper, I'm not sure whether I'll be able to fetch it or not. Okay, yeah, levels of AGI. So I was able to fetch the paper, and see, these are the levels. So level 0 is no AI. We are on level 1, guys. We are on the emerging space. We'll have level 2 that would be competent. That is at least 50% of the skilled adults, and this is dangerous, guys. If it reaches 50% of the skilled adults, in simple terms, a lot of white collar jobs would be reduced by a magnitude of 3 to 5. What does that means is that, say, earlier a task was being done by 30 people, it would be now done by 10 people. So that's level 2. Level 3 is expert. I think that's the main thing which a lot of people want to target, is at least 90 percentile of the skilled adults. Then you have virtuoso, that's 99 percentile. And then you have a superhuman that's outperforms 100% of the humans. So yeah, you can, if you want to read, you can read about AlphaFold and AlphaZero, AlphaGo as well. If you want to read about these things, you can read. You will be able to understand that how AI has outperformed humans. So there is a game called Go. So if you would go to Google and you will type about AlphaGo, I think you can spend some time in watching these type of films as well. So AlphaGo is essentially a film as well, and Go is a game. I think this was the player. Yeah, this was the world number 1 player, and he was beaten with the help of AI. So Google developed this AlphaGo, and even Google, I think, acquired DeepMind. Not sure when it did, but yeah, it acquired DeepMind. So DeepMind is essentially the sharp mind behind this tech stack. So yeah. Now the last thing is, which LLMs are there, and yeah. So the thing is, which LLMs are there. So guys, I think all of you would have heard about Chat GPT. Okay, so GPT is essentially the series of LLM by OpenAI. Then you have Gemini. Gemini is of Google. Then you have Claude. Claude is of Anthropic. Then you have Mistral. Okay, then you have Mistral as well. Mistral is of Mistral only. Mistral AI is a company. I think it's a French company. So I think there would be a lot of use cases. There would be covering a lot of LLMs as well. So Meta also has Llama. So when I'm recording this video, I think Meta is also going to release their new model, Meta Llama 3.1, if I'm not wrong, and yeah, Meta Llama 3.1 405B. So what is this 405B? Is essentially the number of parameters. Surprisingly beats GPT-4o. So yeah, as I said, that new models are going to come and they're going to beat the previous one. And The magic essentially lies in compute, better quality of data, and some minor tweaks in architecture. So that's it. Now the thing is safety research AGI. Okay. So guys, this is very important thing. Okay, safety and alignment. Let me go to OpenAI and alignment. So all of us know that hey, OpenAI is the company that's leading the race in LLMs. The GPT ones are very high efficient, very nicely ranked. And what they have to talk about alignment, what is super alignment? So super alignment is a situation where your AI is smarter than humans. That's level 5 of AGI. Okay, now the thing is that just read what they have written. But the vast power of super intelligence could be very dangerous and also could lead to disempowerment of humanity or even human extinction. So you're able to see that the LLMs are so capable. I'm not sure about which architecture is going to win or which model is going to last, but OpenAI are worried. In 2023 it was published that they believe that hey, this could be very dangerous, this could even lead to extinction of humans. That's a big claim, right? So guys, that's the super alignment or the alignment problem, that the day your AI systems are smarter than humans, how you're going to ensure everything is space. And there's a lot of research going in that space as well. So don't be scared. At least right now we are in level 1 only, so nothing to worry. Then the last thing is AGI. So guys, see AGI. What is AGI? I want to spend some time on AGI as well. Let's just create a new slide and let's just write AGI. Okay. So AGI is artificial general intelligence. Okay. Yeah. So see, what is general intelligence? So let's say uh, tomorrow I'm going to a new country and there they teach me that hey, this is not 2, this is 20 uh, in our the way we communicate, right? So will I be able to understand this? Yes, but then how I'm able to understand this? Because I have general understanding of the surrounding, right? It's not that every task I need to spend 10 years, right? If you will tell me that add two more spoons of sugar to tea to make it more sweet, I can understand these things because my mind is designed in a general way. So if we have a system which has general intelligence, that means it can improvise on its own. It can do tasks which it hasn't seen before, because I hadn't seen this thing. Like I don't know this 2 is 20 in that country, but they taught me and I was able to grasp it in a second because my mind works in a general intelligence surrounding. So if we have a system which has general intelligence, it can pretty much do everything. Like I can also do everything, right? I'm a human, I'm a very average human, so I have a lot of limitations. Say I get tired, I can't speak 24 hours, I can't run 24 hours, I can't translate text 24 hours. Maybe a system can do that. Why maybe? I mean, a system is capable of doing everything. So if you have a system that has a good understanding of the surrounding and can pick up on any task, nail it, be better than say 90% of the individuals, I think that's AGI, and that's going to be very dangerous. Because if you have a system that's more efficient than 90% of the individuals, then I'm not sure how things are going to be. There would be a lot of discussions. I'll also upload some videos and we'll spend some time on those spaces as well once our tech portion is complete. So we'll go into the realm of AGI, talk about what AGI really is, what are its social implications, ethical implications, maybe a word or two on UBI, that's universal basic income, a word on UBC, universal basic compute. So these are very philosophical topics, you can skip them for the time being, but yeah, if you're interested in this space, then obviously these topics might be interesting. But yeah, so I think this was a good introduction to LLMs. Now essentially you would understand that hey, LLMs are nothing but it's just a system which is being trained on enormous amount of data, mostly text, and it has been trained on enormous amount of compute. So I think on LinkedIn I made one post. I want to end my lecture with that post. I'm not sure whether I'll be able to pull it. Hopefully yes. Yeah, let me go to my account. So guys, you can please follow me on LinkedIn. I post really interesting content on LinkedIn, and none of it is copy pasted from anywhere. You can check all my posts. Everything is super fresh, super new. So yeah, and I don't also post a lot of unnecessary things. Everything is purely focused on tech and stuff. So let me just see. Yeah. So see, this is my prediction of the world in the next 10 years. How the world is going to look into next 10 years. And Nvidia would be in the ground floor. See guys, without compute you can't do anything. The first floor would be reserved by two companies, I guess. They would be controlling 80% of the traffic, and I believe OpenAI is going to be one of them. Not sure which is going to be the second one. I believe Google has a great chance. Anthropic, even they also have a great chance. And on the second floor, we would be building applications on top of that, or who knows, might be getting replaced with AI as well. So on that note, I would like to end today's lecture. So thank you guys for tuning in, and stay connected. Thanks. Bye.